All right, so what we're about to talk about today is going to be a lot of fun, but I'm going to preface it with this conversation actually happened live. You can join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time for Friday Morning Magic, where we have coffee, have amazing Magic the Gathering conversations, tell some stories, and kick off our weekend the right way. All right, without further ado, we got some stuff to talk about. Let's go. One day, I'm going to put the 500 of them or whatever it is in a binder and then just bring it to an LGS and be the old guy that where people flip through pages like, oh my God, what is this? And I go, yes, well, that is what that is. Devin, full set of foil charms to 1K. Let's go. Let's go, Devin, stream goat. I try not to worry about value right now. As someone who's been collecting for 23 years, expensive cards might not hold their value, while perceived worthless cards may surprise us in 10 years. If you're collecting for instant return, good luck, JC. I feel you, and I feel like I can't slow roll this anymore, so let's transition this to a collection conversation, and I want to start this collection conversation by talking about my principles when it comes to collecting. When it comes to collecting Magic, I buy things that I think I would be happy to own, that are unique. Look no further than the gilded foil charms from Streets of New Capenna. I was on record saying, oh, hold on, let's get my boy. Where are you? You're my boy, Blue. I believe Streets of New Capenna was an undervalued set. I think this set was very good. I think it has a lot of playable cards, and I really enjoyed engaging with it. I liked the theme. To be honest, I liked everything about it. But the community did not agree, and most importantly, I like the gilded foil treatment. And the gilded foil treatment in my mind was like, oh, to replicate this, Wizards of the Coast is going to have to put in a lot of effort. Like, it's hard to replicate that foiling treatment. It's not just a matte foil where they change the sheet. It's a different printing process. And because of that, I said if I like the set and I think it's hard to replicate, I feel engaged enough to want to buy a bunch of these cards. Now, I don't follow the value of those cards for one specific reason. I really don't care. It makes me happy to own them. When I look and I can see them right here. I know where they are now. My giant stack of gilded foil cards is just standing tall. It makes me happy. I'm like, oh, that was such a fun thing to buy a bunch of. I will probably keep on the lookout for them, and I love seeing them. And one day, I'm going to put the 500 of them or whatever it is in a binder and then just bring it to an LGS and be the old guy that where people flip through pages like, oh my God, what is this? And I go, yes, that is what that is. It is great. And in that vein, I decided to start another collection. Back in my early Magic the Gathering years, if you followed this stream or this channel, you know I talked a lot about the player rewards promos that you could get around the time I started playing, LGS Magic, as I called it. I don't want to call it competitive Magic, but I graduated from playing without the right rules at my kitchen tables to playing at the local game store multiple times a week. And mind you, this was before the time of Commander in my area. EDH was not a thing yet, so we played 60 card, standard or type 1, type 2, or just whatever card you wanted to put in a deck, open format Magic. And then people started to come in, and they were being rewarded through the DCI Player Rewards Program, and they were getting a bunch of these textless, full art cards that I thought were the coolest thing in the world. Heck, I built a Magnivore deck that I took to a GP when Magnivore was part of Standard. Magnivore, Eye of Nowhere, Boomerang, Stone Rain, Demolish, Land Destruction, Out Tempo You, Swing Magnivore deck with big sorcery. It was wild. I took that to the local game store, and I got full art tidings just to put in that deck. And because of that, I started a collection. You guys on this channel are probably aware, I started collecting the old Player Rewards promos. So I wanted to get everything from that series. And I started this collection, and just as an update, we have a couple series completely complete. Now, if you see here, I don't have a top-down camera, which I should, but hey, maybe if the stream keeps going well, we'll buy a second camera. This Psychotog and this Hypnotic Spectre are the only cards in series P5 through P11 that have text on them. It is a wild situation. So we are collecting cards just like this, and I think collections like this are important. Most of the cards in this collection, in this binder, cost me under $1. Save, the lightning bolts, the damnations. Oh, hold on. Let's find the damnation, because shout out to Devin Mychan, Stream Goat, donated to help us fulfill our set of damnations. And if you look, 3 of them are in the individual wrapping that they came in. So I think collections like this are so much fun. I think that they will not, oh, there's those tidings I was talking about. This is something that I love having, that I love flipping through, and as I complete that collection, I am going to keep showing it off and keep it on me and be like, wow, this is something I enjoy. And that's the real meat and potatoes of collecting, right? It's something that you want to have, something you want to show off, something that when you open that binder and dig in and take a look, you are just brought this level of joy. If you, in my opinion, none of this is financial advice. I can't believe I still have to say that on this channel. Like, I don't make good financial decisions. Look around, look around you. Look around you. I don't make good financial decisions. Like, these things happen. But if you don't collect things that you enjoy and you collect to try to increase your value, you will not enjoy yourself. You will not have fun. And if you don't enjoy yourself, I gotta ask you, why are you doing it? There are much better ways. If you are trying to turn $1 into $10, there are better ways to try to go about that. But if you're not enjoying it, I would say get out of the collecting game and don't do something like this. When it comes to this, just as a final update, I am almost completely through P5 through P11. I almost have every single card. I have all the major ones. I have the Lightning Bolts, the Wrath of Gods, the Damnations, the Cryptic Commands. I have it all. Now it's time to dig into the past. There's some tokens, and most importantly, most terrifyingly, there are the foil wastelands, which are going for upwards of $300. So, ladies and gentlemen, wish me luck as I continue on that collection. I would encourage you to find something that speaks to you in the same way. I will say this collection will probably never be worth more than what I spend on it. It will probably never be worth more than the money that I put into it. But every time I open this binder, I got to tell you, I will be extremely happy. And I hope whatever you decide to collect will bring you that joy too. Let me know in the chat, what are you collecting? You guys are popping off in the chat right now. I'm going to take a second to jump back over and answer some of your chat questions as I take a sip of this coffee. And man, I feel like I talk way too much. I think this morning stream would be cool if I could have a guest on every now and again. Would you guys be interested in being guests on the morning stream, being like having a voice chat? I think you guys are trustable, right? You guys are trustworthy. That wouldn't go poorly.